Hello, hi everyone. So okay, this is first stream, so okay, let's get to know a few of these things. Okay, so on the screen, right, there's like a bunch of like walking stuff that's called stream avatars. You could, okay, you can just type hi or something in the chat, and then if you do exclamation, if you type in the chat, then your version of things will come up. So you just say hi in the chat, or just type hi, hello, or something, and your own version of that thing will walk around, and then you can type exclamation mark commands, and you can do a bunch of things with it. Does it? Okay, so if something does exclamation mark jump, it should jump. Does it jump? I didn't jump. Okay. So as long as you find a way to chat on just type something in the chat, it should appear. So yes. Meanwhile, the quiz that we'll be covering today mainly will be on structure of atoms. Okay, there'll be structure of atoms. Okay, so primarily students have to know about the differences between atoms, molecules, and ions. And of course, you need to know the differences in this case between, for example, atoms is alone, molecules is like multiple atom joins together. Then you have ions, which is like things that are charged, right? And ions have something to do with gaining or losing electron. So electron gaining or electron losing. And you have basically the last wildcard, which is something called isotopes. Okay. In general, when it comes to discuss all the quiz, right? There will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesdays will be all the easier questions and all the basic concepts. Friday will be the gigantic monsters, where there will be a bunch of things. There will be a bunch of things that you're going to be more challenging questions on it. So, hello. Yep. So if you, as long as you type in hi HR Yong. So yeah, as long as you type something, then you will have a new thing that walks around there on the screen. So the quiz will start at 9:05. We will have 2 more minutes. In case you could ask me any questions before we go in, because primarily what I can think of is there will be protons, neutrons, or rather I rather enjoy it arranged in PEN. Protons, electrons, neutrons. I will always say protons will never change as long as same proton, same element. Electrons, when it change, we talk about the scenario of ions. And you have neutrons. Neutrons talks about isotopes. Okay, so that's that. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Mods, how do you change colors and stuff for the people? Like, what other things can you do? You can just do exclamation mark command, right? Then you just give you a bunch of things to play with your avatars on screen. Okay, so okay, we're at 9:04, starting soon. Okay, in case you have anything to ask, just let me know. Or else we will be switching screen. This will be the people that are currently in Kahoot. And yes, don't worry about it. Even if you eventually, when you are like in the future, if you're ever late, right, just come in and join. Whatever that your scores and the performance you count towards stuff. So yes, when I say stuff, that oh wow, it drops to 3% now. Okay, what's happening? Okay, 4% in. 1 more minute. 9:06. Let's just start on this. Okay, Bob came back with an exclamation mark. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, it's 9:06. Let's go. Okay, question 1. So there will be a short explanation after every questions, okay? And yes, if you need a periodic table, that would definitely be helpful. Oh, okay. So in this case, everyone got it correct. So in general, when it comes to gaining and losing electrons, plus means you lose electrons. As you lose electrons, it will definitely be less electrons. So when there's less electrons, so K plus will have less electrons compared to K as a whole. Okay, moving on. Okay. Oh, hello, bread loaf. Atomic number of SR, which is strontium. I believe strontium is group 2. Strontium is 38. So the atomic number is a proton number, yeah? So there's mass number, also called nucleon number, of 88. What is the number of electrons of SR2+? So be careful of the plus. Nice. Good. Everyone got it correct. So yes. Let's move on. Okay. Nice. Which statement about an atom is correct? I believe this is one of the actual past O-level questions, so it does, but it's a tricky one when it came out, when the year that it came out on this one. So okay, so what happened is, when it comes to, okay, so we have blue and we have yellow as a whole. When it comes to blue, mass number is proton plus neutron. Proton plus neutron add together to form mass number, also known as nucleon number. Therefore, mass number can never be lesser than proton. The closest thing is proton and mass number is the same, which is D. Hydrogen is the only element where its mass number can equal to the proton number. So yellow is the tricky one. Blue tests students' understanding on proton plus neutron adding up together to form nucleon, also known as the mass number. Which element has the greatest number of electrons in the outermost shell? So outermost shell also refers to the concept of valence shell. So valence shell also nice. In this case, this question was chosen because most students said, hey, group A is full valence shell, so helium must be the answer. No, helium is the problem. Helium only has duplet, means 2 valence shell, although it's fully filled, but only has 2. rather than the usual that is other elements of 8 in group 8. So fluorine instead of group 7 will have the greatest number of electrons. So this question is chosen to remind students about helium being the black sheep of group 8, with only having 2 and not 8. Okay, moving on. Okay, this one should be a straightforward one. Hopefully. Nice. So what happened is isotopes are elements with the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. It also means that same proton means same elements. So it also means that if you have same number of protons, electrons is the same. So chemical properties will never change. However, isotopes has different... Oh, okay, let me try this again. Mass number affects physical properties. Valence electrons affects chemical properties. Isotopes have different mass number, therefore its physical properties will be different. So in the end, isotope will have different physical property but same chemical property because they are the same elements. Which statement about the atoms is correct? Okay. So when it comes to an atom, proton, neutron, electron, only proton and neutron contributes to mass, and proton and neutron are inside the nucleus. So the mass of atom is almost entirely due to its nucleus. Whereas when it comes to the nucleus and the electron repel each other, that's not true, because neutron is nucleus has protons, therefore positively charged. If the nucleus is positively charged due to proton, electron is negative charge, they will attract each other. And last, proton and neutron have opposite charge. That's not true. Neutron has no charge. The opposite charge is between proton and electrons. Okay, so moving on. In case anything you are not sure about the questions, you can type in the chat and ask, so even I can read it slightly later on and then answer is fine, okay? Whoa, there's a reshuffle, okay. Ooh. Which ion has the most shell that contains electrons? Most shells. Be careful, they're asking of shells and not the number of electrons. They're asking for shells, not electrons, yeah? I will advise pen and paper, periodic table, write numbers, figure out the charge. Oh yeah, your avatar came back. Your avatar came back. Yeah, I also like, hey, how come so lonely? Why no avatar? Oh, cool. Okay. So that is okay. So in this case, if you look at number 1, aluminium normally should have 283, but due to the 3 plus, the 3 got thrown away. So in this case, you can see is aluminium has 283, but aluminium 3 plus, the 3 got thrown away to form 28. So because of that, it only has 2 shells. Whereas compared to things like sulfur is 28. Because of the 2 minus, becomes 288. Okay, so you have a total of 1 shell, 2 shell, 3 shell, compared to the 1 and the 2 shell. Okay, So that's that. Okay, moving on. The table shows the details of particles present in an atom of potassium. In potassium and in ions of potassium and sulfur. Okay, so potassium, potassium ion, and sulfur. So K, K plus, and S2 minus. Oh, sorry, I miss you. So hello, anyone at any time? Yeah, hello. Okay, so in this case, if you look at the thing as a whole, what happened is that you have potassium. So if you look at the table, the potassium as a whole, proton number never changed, so all stays as 19. So when it comes to number of neutrons, it will be number of nucleon minus proton number, so that's 20. Okay, so W should be 20, so it should be between C and D's. And of course, if I do X, electrons will be, you lose one electron, so from 19 it becomes 18, so answer will be C. Okay, so in this case I would prefer to always start with protons and then you work your way to other things. So nucleon minus proton, or mass number minus proton to get neutrons, then proton minus whatever the charge to get number of electrons. Okay, moving forward. Which can describe two particles having equal number of protons and neutrons. So number of proton neutron is equal between the two particles, but different number of electrons. Nice. So in this case, right, when you have same number of proton, it must be the same element. But then if the electrons are different, it turns into an ion. Okay. So what happened is that if two particles have the equal number of protons and neutrons, but different number of electrons. So if proton, neutron, okay, let's use this. So we have proton. The same. A same proton, that means same element. Okay, then you have neutron, same. If neutron is the same, it will be same element and not isotope, right? Because isotope means same proton, different neutron. However, it's different electrons. So in this case, it must be an ion, because when the electrons is different, in atom wise is proton equals electron. If the number of electrons change, that means that this is not the same. Electron must be lost or electron must be gained. Therefore, it becomes an ion. It becomes charge. So in this case, if you look at this, it will be a same element, definitely, because proton numbers are the same, and it will be an atom and an ion because it gains charge by losing or gaining electrons. So we have plutonium now, and then you have all the numbers. Whenever things are plutonium, and then they give you isotopes, whenever they use the word isotopes and the numbers was given, those are mass number. Because if they tell you plutonium Pu, all the Pu should have the same proton. Numbers cannot be proton number. So those are mass numbers. Okay, nice. So in this case, right, the mass number for Pu is 234, the other is 239. So what's the main difference between them? All of them should have the same number of protons. So by that, red and blue is immediately out. Proton number cannot change. Then there's only between yellow and green. As mentioned before, when it comes to... Okay, so we have two things. One is called physical properties. Physical properties is anything that we can measure. So anything that can measure will be something like melting point, boiling point, mass, weight, ability to conduct electricity. All these things is going to be affected by the mass number. It also means that it's what we call nuclear number. So if something is an isotope, the mass number and nuclear number will change. So isotope will have different physical properties, but same chemical properties. Reason is because chemical properties depends on electrons. And in isotopes, electrons are not changed, protons are not changed, only the neutron change. Therefore, we have different physical properties, same chemical properties. This was emphasized because this helps you to understand other chapters such as periodic table, chemical bonding. It's good to know and worth to invest to understand kind of scenario. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this is Mg and Mg2 plus F and F minus. Okay. Nice, everyone got it. Oh, okay. So in this case, I think the yellow part. Why is yellow? C. 12 O X. This is a common mistake. So what happened was, if it's we can understand it as 2 plus and 2 minus. Because when students first learn about this, they go like, is it gain the electron, lose electron? They get very confused. So this is what we can think of. When something is a positive charge, it means there will be more protons. When something is negatively charged, you can understand it will have more electrons. What do I mean? Okay, so for example, chlorine has 17 protons. Okay, so it has 17 protons. When it becomes Cl minus, it means that there should be more electrons. Rather than 17, it becomes 18. Whereas if you have potassium, K, it should have 19 protons, which is the positive. When it becomes K plus, What is plus? Plus means there's more protons. So rather than 19 protons, so there'll be one more, so you become 18 electrons. The concept is when more positive charge, there will be positive charge, more protons. Negative charge, more electrons. And you always can only change the number of electrons. Proton number never change. So yes. An ion of X3 minus has a mass number of N and M and N. What does the number of nucleus? Mass number of M and N electrons. Okay. Okay, nice. So looking at this, what happened is that if you were to look at this question itself, always start by asking what's the charge and what's the number when it comes to protons. So they tell you that M is mass number, okay, and then they said that N is electrons, electron number, right? So when it comes to this, X is 3 minus. So what we do, that means the electrons, the number of electrons is N. There must be 3 more. That means proton should be 3 less compared. Why do I write electrons is E? So that compared to electrons, protons will have 3 less because proton will be more. So you get P. So electrons is represented by N, and since it's 3 minus, that means that this should be N minus 3. Why? In terms of number of protons, it should be 3 less, so the electron can have 3 more. So N minus 3 will be the selection. Okay, then after you have that, mass number M minus the number of protons, which is N minus 3. So you need to be able to, so it's very easy for all people, adults included, to basically mix out that, do I plus 3 minus 3? So ask yourself, 3 minus means there are more electrons. Since N is 3 more than proton will be minus 3 to achieve that situation. Okay. Which of the following ions and has an electronic configuration of 2.8.8? So this is what we call a noble gas structure or octet structure. Whoa, okay, cool. Okay, good job. Everyone got it? Oh no, everyone didn't get it. Everyone, what? Yeah, everyone didn't get it, right? Oh no, okay. So what happened is, which of the following ion has a configuration of 2.8.8? So... let me think about this. If it's chlorine will be 2.8.7 plus 1. Sodium will be 2.8.1. Moderators, I think something's wrong with the question. In this case, everyone should get it correct. Answer is chlorine. What happened is, this is Cl, so it's 2.8.7. Cl minus becomes 2.8.8. Whereas for Na is 2.8.1 and become Na plus, it becomes 2.8. So answer should be blue, which is Cl minus. So I'm sorry, we had yes. Okay. This one. Okay. Technical difficulty. Which change takes place when an atom becomes positive ion? This is mentioned earlier on, kinda. So yes, when electron is lost or removed, it becomes positive ions. The nucleus of an atom has neutrons and protons. Electrons are in different shells around the nucleus, which is correct. The nucleus has protons and neutrons. Electrons are in different shells around the nucleus. Okay, cool. So in this case, everyone got it correct. Yes. The nucleus is due to protons is positive charge, electrons is negative charge, they attract each other. The diagram shows the structure of an atom. Which diagram shows the structure of an isotope of this atom? Isotope. Okay. Nice. So when it comes to isotope, it's same proton, different neutrons. So, and red will be the answer. Good. Isotopes are atoms of elements with different nucleon numbers. Which row is correct for isotopes? In this case, let me clarify. In lower secondary, Sec 1, Sec 2, they talk about isotopes being same protons and same electrons. However, things change for Sec 3 and Sec 4 and O levels. All you need is same protons, different neutrons. Electrons, whether it's the same or different, this does not matter. What does it mean? You can have an isotope and an ion, an isotope or an atom. So everyone got it correct? That's good. So same thing, this is N3 minus. How many electrons and protons are present in an ion of nitrogen N3 minus? So always figure out, is there more protons or more electrons? Then do your calculation there. Nice, everyone got it correct. Good job. Wonderful. An isotope of phosphorus is represented by, so that's 32 and 15. Do take note that don't try to memorize the position. Sometimes you can write a smaller number of 15 on top than 32 on the bottom. This is an older version of the way how they write it. Nice. Okay, in this kind of question, what I will do is I look at the proton number first. Since it's 15, so the answer automatically can either be A, B, or D. So C is automatically out. There's no charge. Electron should also be 15. So answer should be between A and B. Neutron number will take big number minus small number. 32 minus 15. In the end, you should get 17. Answer would be B. Okay. An atom Q has 17 protons and 18 neutrons in its nucleus. So the mass number... So you want an ion of an isotope. So you want something that is an ion and an isotope at the same time, compared to Q. Be careful, they want both scenario. An isotope and also an ion compared to Q. So in this case, you might need to consider if proton is 17, electronic configuration is 2.8.7, what charge will it has? Then from there, then decide the number of electrons, whether you gain or lost due to metal or non-metal scenario. Nice, everyone got it. So 2.8.7 means that it's negative charge. That means you should gain one more electrons. Answer would be B. Good. And let's go. So congrats to the winners on here. So what happened is, okay, let me so this is what we have today. Okay, so in general, what happens is quiz will happen on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For today, it's the first session of the June holidays where I run this. So it's more of a test run. So the theme for every week, in this case, this whole week, everything will be on structure of atoms. So for whatever you learn today, it will just on atoms. In general, Monday, Wednesday will give you practice on the easier questions. Every Friday will be all the higher difficulty and monstrous questions coming up. Okay, so that also means that after the first two sessions, we will add in, after the first two sessions, we will add in some extra, I would say, rules or things to make things more spicy and more exciting. More details will be monster questions, yes. So we'll be adding more things to make things exciting and spicy, but for next week. So for this week, everything will be on structure of atoms. From next week onwards, means next Monday, the entire week will be on chemical bondings. In general, we will come up with a system that helps everyone to benefit in terms of whether you rank high or low, everyone gets to be a winner in situations like that. So we will talk about the details on how it works out on Monday. We're still working out the details, but for now we will be focusing on structure of atoms in 2 days time, which is on Friday. Okay, so I will hang around for 2 minutes in case there's anyone has any questions that wants to ask regarding. You can type on the chat, you can type in the Discord. That works. So I'll just hang out around. Else, if there's nothing much, oh, you can actually make the Kirby say stuff. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So the Kirby walks around, huh? Okay, so these are the difficult questions according to here. Oh, okay, see ya, bye bye. Okay, so what happened is this will be the different questions and stuff, and the difficult questions will be all compiled and to put on Fridays. Okay? Okay. My god. Why is the color not changing? Moderator, what happened? Okay, so in general, the stream avatars are just some random things that you can do. Eventually, there are some mini games and stuff that built into it as well. We'll explore it as we go. Oh, the bot is slow. Okay. Okay, if there's nothing much, we will see each other on Friday again. Yep, thank you. Sure, no problem. You're welcome. Okay, we'll see each other on Friday. Same thing. It will be on structure of atoms. However, Friday will be increased difficulty overall. Same thing. I'll advise calculator, periodic table, pen, and paper. It will definitely help you to do the questions better. If there's nothing much, I will see you guys on Friday. Okay, so yeah, we'll be ending the stream now. Okay, see you guys on Friday. Bye bye.